Hi, my name is Rich. I use the he, him pronouns. You're watching my YouTube channel where I play amazing tabletop role-playing games with friends. It is Saturday, so it's Star Wars Saturdays, the thing that I'm just like nigh addicted to, where I take different tabletop RPGs of the indie OSR or small press variety, hack drift, or just slam them into Star Wars and say, hey, it's a Star Wars game. I have yet to run in Star Wars Saturdays an official Star Wars RPG, but I've run over 100 of other kinds of games, including this one. This is the 12th run of Swoop Gangs during Star Wars Saturdays. You can tell I like it, right? Swoop Gangs, what is it? It is Rich's baby's first hack of a game where I took Creepy Doll Studios 1%ers, an excellent game you can find on Drive-Thru, about biker gangs. It is in the vein of Sons of Anarchy, a show I quite liked on FX and Mayans, and I hacked it for Star Wars by throwing all the curse words out and putting in Star Wars curse words. And since then, I've bolted on other things that I stole from Nawal and my own hack of that die system. So it's a Franken game, and I like it, and we're gonna play. I added in some like world building stuff that we went through in our session zero, and I am very thrilled with the things that folks have come up with for Ashmorai, our setting for swoop gangs, and the Emerald Krayts, which is the name of their biker club. Let's go around the horn and have folks introduce their characters and themselves, of course, because you guys, you're the best. We're going to start from the far right because I want to start with our VP and head towards the left of our character keeper. So, Andesh, if you could introduce yourself and tell us a bit about your character.
Yeah, I'm Anders, he, him. I'm playing Fade, who is the VP of the club. I imagine that right now she's not too happy with the president for reasons we'll probably get into. But well, things we talked about in the session zero. Um, she's smart. She's stayed out of prison. Um, but we'll see if that holds up. Yeah, that's it.
Excellent. Moving further to the left, Kay, introduce yourself. Tell us about your character, please.
Me. Sorry, I'm fighting the mute button. Hi, I'm Kay of the She and They Variety, and I am playing Techie, our Miralian, sort of tech gentleman. He's had a lot of charges and arrests, no convictions, lots of outstanding warrants. He is your standard mechanic cyber fam. He's got some high carks because he's got a lot of belief in this group, in this little found family. And he also does yoga for shits and giggles, and we'll see what else we find out about them soon.
Indeed, we shall. Next up in the middle, uh, positionally and maybe figuratively, I don't know, is Mark.
It's me. I'm Mark, he and them, and I am playing Crash, our Rhodian prospect noob who only has had one arrest. And I'm not sure if he's looking to get more or trying not to get more, but he's really excited about joining the gang, guys. I like bikes.
Had fun this morning looking over your expertises and just thinking about our little prospect, the thief who vandalizes and good at bribing. Kind of cool. Next, we move over to Greg.
Hey, I'm Greg. He and them. He and he him. I'm playing Styx. She her. Styx is our sergeant at arms. She's kind of dangerous. She's been arrested, convicted. She's got warrants out for her arrest. Has probably caused some real damage. I'm still trying to figure out exactly what she does in the legit business, which will be interesting. But in the illegitimate business, she's out there knocking heads and causing some damage. Also, probably a duelist. Probably where she got some of those convictions. So
Love it. And last but certainly not least, only last because he's furthest left on the character keeper is Steven.
My name is Steven. My pronouns are he, him, and I'm playing Wump the Wookiee, whose pronouns are also he, him. And Wump um, is the enforcer in the gang, and he's been convicted and incarcerated. He doesn't like authority too much, so that might have been why that happened. Under the Imperials, he was incarcerated and did forced labor. Yep.
Rough stuff. So as a reminder, Ashmorai is a planet that sits on the border of two large houses in the Topani system, and we have it's technically part of the Calypsa house holdings, but Massetti has had a Cold War trying to gain the upper hand and control of that planet for quite a while, and the Empire and its stormtroopers and the like are peacekeepers invited here to help keep the peace by peacekeeping. By the way, I think it's Farscape damage that almost every time I try to talk about with my son the TV show Peacemaker, that I call it Peacekeeper, and that he rolls his eyes and says Peacemaker, Dad. Very different. So, uh, he's like, Dad, it's Peacemaker. So, we begin with a little bit of looking at maps because I can't help myself. Oh, but this does set a little bit of the scene here. The opening shot of our first session is a camera shot looking across these little footbridges here and the water, and it's actually faced away from the lake. You can see off in the left-hand side of the camera's view one of the houses in the red light district. There's a person who kind of stumbles out and heaves over, and you could hear the background, but of course we're not going to show it. But he gets sick. It is obviously the early morning, and in Ashmorai, uh, this early morning is very, very cloudy. There's a mist, an ash tainted mist across the ground that rolls. And the first sound that we hear of distinction is the sound of a swoop bike. It sounds like it's coming from far away, and then in moments, we hear it joined by several other sounds as your bikes zip down this throughway, and the we pass by, if you remember, the old abandoned, dilapidated Pelagian mission that we had created. So you guys zip across here, and the wind howls through the broken spires of the old Pelagian mission as your engines scream past. The ancient temple's glasswork saints have long been blasted to powder. Only the hollow frames remain, silhouetted in the red haze like a grave marker for better times. Behind you, a pack of sleek Calanthine Group bikes. What is the Calanthine, you might ask yourself? The Calanthine Group are your rivals. The the Calanth Group, I'm going to say Calanth because there's no ein. Calanth Group is led by a alien Bastunian who calls himself Morlock, and they're backed by a House Renanoble. He's not Massetti, guys. He's a House Renanoble named Viscount Renner Tall, and several other members of the Calanth group are riding very sleek, matched speeder bikes, and they rip through the ruins in perfect formation. Glossy black speeders with gold trim, light and sharp as knives. Their leader, Morlock, rides point, his mirrored visor reflecting your taillights like twin suns. The first volley of blaster fire flashes through the fog. Bolts spark off cracked ferrocrete and erupt a cloud of glass dust as your swoops kick up sheets of ash and you dive toward the lakeside slums. Your engines whining with that throaty crate howl unique to your rides. The first question that I have is which of you intercepted the shipment of crates mint, Krates, crates meant for the Calanth group?
Define what you mean by intercept.
You
Like,
get to, if you say you're the one, you get to define what is meant by intercept.
because I think it's plausible that Techie could have found out about it on the interwebs and then instructed, or not interwebs. I don't know what the Star Wars equivalent is of interwebs. But
The
Techie found out
net,
about
the
it and
net, we'll
then
just call it the net.
the net. Yeah, the net. It's plausible that Techie could have found out via the net that it was happening and then got things set up to occur. But if we're talking about the physical interception, that is not his bag of tricks.
Okay, so Techie found out about it. Who made the intercepting grab these CRATEs of very very illegal weapons? This is the missing shipment. A House Massetti weapons shipment routed through black channels. These crates contain modular blaster components stamped with fake Calypso serials meant to arm likely local mercenaries who are allegiant to House Massetti.
Can I do something I don't like to normally do and force another player?
Do it, do it.
Hey, prospect, go get those crates.
Sweet. So
Show me how good you are at
Crash,
stealing this stuff. Or use a lot of stories.
Crash, you have the crate on your
Mhm.
speeder bike. Remind us,
Yep.
what's a few aspects of your speeder bike as we see it in the group being chased by the Calanth group?
Um, I think it looks really cool, but it is pieced together. I did my best, but it's not top notch. It's smaller than other bikes because it's my size. But the crate is precariously balanced on there.
Nice, nice. Well, let's start off with us seeing how the person who has the crate that they care about, how you're doing. This role will help to establish if you are keeping up with the rest of the gang and keeping ahead of the Calanth group pursuers, or if you're having trouble. Tension is involved in this role. And since Greg was so nice to make you do it, uh, you are definitely fulfilling your role as a prospect of doing what you're told. So you
Oh yeah.
automatically get a die to start there. Let's build your role. Then I'll tell you tensions involved, and the difficulty here is they're pushing hard. So this is going to be hard. You need three, four, fives, or sixes as a result of this role. So, what style are you using, Crash? Are you being cool? Or are you being
Trying to be
badass?
cool.
Hey,
I'm
you've
trying to
heard
keep it
blaster
together.
bolts, but maybe you're trying to stay cool at this point. So I'm okay if you were being cool at this
Yeah,
moment. So
I'm
then you
definitely
now
not
have
being badass. That's
we got four dice right now. What thing are you using to try to help you uh,
um
win?
feet is not correct. I think it's hog
I
because
agree.
that's my
Okay,
swooper.
so you're up to six dice.
Hmm.
Do you wish to spend any of your five carks that you
Probably
rolled last session?
should. Let's spend two of them.
Okay, so that gets you up to eight dice.
Right.
Uh, and you're going to need three or more successes. So roll 8d6, and ones will draw away from your carks up to three because the
Oh hell
difficulty is
yeah!
three,
One,
so you
two,
could lose.
three,
Oh
four,
man, I don't see any ones.
five fours, no ones.
Excellent roll. I'm very excited by you. Are you at the front of the pack? You get to determine this. Are you at the
I think
front of the
I'm
pack or in the
near the
middle?
back of the pack,
Okay.
but doing my best to keep up slash catch up.
Excellent. You are striving to catch up as you guys dart into the lakeside slums, and several shots from the speeder bikes, blasters, slam over your head, and none of them hit anything of note near you.
Probably
How
because I'm like not entirely stable, so they can't get a beat on me.
that's it. Yeah, that's absolutely it. So let's swing up to Fade, our vice president. Uh, you hear over your comms the cool, modulated voice of Morlock. You think you can jack our shipment and vanish into my streets?
I don't see why I would need to answer that.
You don't have to.
I mean, it's true, but also I'm not going to tell him that.
What do you wish to do, Fade?
Um, I think, ooh, yeah. Well, I'm not the road captain, so I'm not in charge here, technically,
Technically, you are
because
right.
we have a road captain, right?
Do you want to defer to the road captain, which would be
No, we don't have a road captain.
Oh, that's right. Because Wump was. I saw a note from Steven saying originally he was thinking, but you ended up going enforcer. So
Yeah, yeah,
you're
yeah.
in charge again. So I guess I was right and
Cool.
you're wrong. Go ahead.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think I'm going to like on our comms, uh, Womp sticks, make sure Crash gets away. Um, Everyone else, try to break them up. Um, and I think I'm going to just because they were they had started firing on us, right?
Yes.
Um,
They waited to fire on you until you were near the lakeside slums
yeah, yeah, yeah.
because they know that, hey, anything goes here. It's not like the Empire's going to stick their nose in the business here.
Hmm. And we're going into the slums. I need to look at the map just to
Oh, I'm happy
be
to
sure
do
what
a
I'm
quick share. So
doing.
at this point, you guys zip through. This is where we see your prospect kind of narrowly thread the needle between some of these houses, and
Hmm.
you're about to pass the junkyard area, if I was correct.
Yeah.
We call that the scrap sorting area.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so that's where you're at.
So um, I think I'm trying to just stay out of their line of fire, but just barely. So like kind of taunting them to try to follow me instead of going for Crash.
Okay, I see a couple ways that we could adjudicate that. One, you're setting up to throw a cark to Crash as Crash tries to get away, or you could make this into a role where you're trying to draw off some of the toughs who are part of the Calanth group. Which interests you more?
I'm fine with just throwing a cark to Crash.
Excellent.
That seems fair.
But you gave an order to a couple of the crates. Boy, I really should have named the thing that you've stolen differently. Going to word hippo, help me with its synonyms so I can call the CRATE thing a different thing.
Container.
The package.
The package, the packtainer. No, package. The package. So, um, those who received orders, what do you wish to do to try to draw off some of the Calanth group or break them up? I think was the order.
So Wump is going to basically turn on the air brakes on his speaker on his speeder to kind of uh abruptly stop
Do
to
you do
get
the
behind
Akira
them.
thing where you like,
No, no, no. Just it's the return. It's the Return of the Jedi thing where I put on the speeder
oh,
brakes to pop
sweet,
behind them,
that's awesome.
and then I'm going to open up, um, specifically going for Enzi if they are here.
Oh yeah.
NZ is their heavy hitter, right?
Uh-huh. He is their enforcer. So if folks are not looking at the NPCs that I've thrown there, Inzi is the heavy hitter. He has a gigantic cybernetic arm. Let me show you just a pic of him. For those who can't see the character keeper, there you go. I love that pic. It made me happy. It's a Pinterest success, so he is in here. Yeah, so you're going to deal with him?
Yes.
Winter
Well,
Soldier.
I'm trying to do exactly what Fade said and break them up, but he's the big one that I'm worried about. So yeah.
Okay. That sounds amazing. Let's build your role. So you're trying to take him out, down?
Yeah, yeah. I think I'm trying to take him out simply, but well, I'm just trying to keep him off of Crash, right? That
Okay.
was the order. But boy, if I could take him out, that sounds great. I'm absolutely all for that. Yeah.
Excellent. He is tough, so that's going to be carking hard, and tension is involved in the role here. So let's build it for you, Wump. You're an enforcer.
Yes.
Do you feel like you're fulfilling your role as an enforcer here?
They protect the patch holders. Yes.
Okay. So you got a die to start with there. What's the style? It seems like you're trying to be
Uh,
cool. Am I
no.
wrong?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I'm
All
definitely
right.
trying to be badass.
Okay.
Um, and I
Fantastic.
think so I'm trying to shoot, right? What would that be under? Would that be under hog?
You get to determine it. Like generally everything you do on your bike generally would be hog, but if you think, "Oh
Yeah.
no, I'm leaning on my expertise with tools," you could say, "Yeah, when I'm shooting my guns, you could do tools." It's really, what do you think?
Yeah, so I think at this point I think it's hog because I'm doing that fancy maneuver. So I
Yeah.
think that gets me to 6. Um, and then I have an expertise in assault. No, that would be fighting.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm at 6 and I need 4 or more.
Uh-huh.
So I'm going to toss in at least 2 cards. Let's do that
Ooh.
to get me to 8.
All right. Now everyone's looking at the die roller. So
Uh,
difficulty is 4, meaning you need a 4, 5, or 6. 4 of them. All ones will hurt you.
Yep. Oh, look at all those
Oh,
ones.
snap! Dang, that looks rough.
Yeah.
Okay, so what I see are
Yeah.
3 successes and 4 ones, which is the max amount of carks that could have gone wrong.
Yep.
Yeah, and so you fail to take out our NZ. So you pull on the brakes. I think what happens is that were you imagining you like have front guns, a gun on the back, a
Um,
blaster? What were you
I have
shooting when
guns
you
on the
hit him?
front.
Okay, guns on the
Yeah.
front, and things did not go well for you. So I think you fire off a couple of shots, and then Inzi does a drive-by and just clotheslines you with that cybernetic arm, and he unhorses you. Like he takes you off of your bike entirely. Now, how you lost 4 carks from that action? How many did
I
you
had
have?
3. I
Oh
had 3.
my.
So I'm at -1.
Yeah,
Can you
you're
go below
knocked the
0?
criff out, I think.
Yeah. And I think
Yeah.
here's where we hear the uh Wilhelm scream, right? As I, swirl off the speeder bike, we hear a scream. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man. That's terrible and awesome. Um, Fate, who else did you tell, hey, to try to stop the Calanth group?
Sticks.
Sticks, you just watched Wump get whumped by uh NZ Kellen. What are you hoping to do right now?
Um, Sticks gets on our comms and just goes, "Push it, Crash! I gotta take care of this," and is going to sort of do the I don't know what it's called. It's all you'd be laying down the bike, right? If this was actual motorcycles, turning off to the edge, and she's gonna pull out the light foil and go back towards who was it that took out
Inzi.
Wump? That Enzi?
Yeah, he with his
Yeah.
right cybernetic arm, he clotheslined your Wookiee buddy.
Yeah. She's going right for it. Right for him. Blade out, gonna try and cut him bad.
Nice. Also, tension involved,
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure.
and um, yeah, you've got a light foil, so I'm gonna say instead of this being carking hard, it is just hard. So a difficulty of 3. Tension
Okay.
is involved as he isn't ready for a light foil because that could really tear him up. Let's see how this
Yeah.
goes.
Okay, so I think badass. I'm trying to mess him up.
Well, first,
Yep.
is this part of Sergeant at Arms?
I see that more as like an internal enforcer, if
Okay.
that makes sense.
Yeah, I
So I
agree.
don't
I
think so.
agree.
But I am doing what I guess that would be Fade. Give me a card if we want to do that. So, okay, so badass 3 and tools. Uh, yeah, tools
Yeah, 6.
6.
Okay. Are
Um,
you? It feels like
assault with a deadly weapon.
yeah, yeah, totally works for me. So that's a
That's
7.
Did you get 1 or 2 for experience? Expertise.
You get 1
1.
if you
Okay,
include
7.
an expertise. Yeah, you're thinking to hit the streets.
Yep, yep. And I
Superpowers are better than
will.
expertises, friend.
I'll dump 2. That makes it 9.
Okay, you're rolling 9 dice, looking for 4 5s or 6s. You need 3 successes, and you have 3 carks at risk because of the difficulty. Oh wow, a little bit better roll than what Steven
Yep.
had put out.
One, two, three, four, 5, 6, 7 successes. No crit. No shebs.
No shebs at all, no ones. What does this look like as you are able to take out Enzi?
Um, I think the so Styx is like turns light foil out, pushes, and we just see his eyes go wide. And there's a yellow flash that just runs up underneath, and it's clear that I've just cut like through his entire bike and him um, with the light foil. And Styx like it's slowing that as slowed down as like now jumps off and is running towards Wump as fast as she can.
To be clear, you cut him in half, like
Yeah,
Darth Maul
like
in half?
yeah, like Darth
Okay.
Maul half, and like through his bike,
That is nasty.
running at Wump now. Like
Okay.
that slows down my bike enough that I'm jumping off and running at Wump.
Sweet.
Wump!
Yeah, that's fantastic. I love it. So Techie, you haven't received any orders, uh, but I'm curious what you'd like to do. I know you're about to take a quick break, so I wanted to give you an opportunity to go before you
Yeah, I've
take
got, I
over.
mean, I don't have to leave exactly at 11ish. I
Oh,
can
okay.
delay it a bit. Um, so I do have a question. So mechanics is directly fixing things up, right? Or it's not like cool things like that. Like that would be more of an after effect, right?
I'm not sure what you mean with that question.
I don't know what dwang sometimes means, is I guess
Oh,
what we're getting here.
shit. Fixing shit sometimes. Um,
Okay, so mechanics is basically just fixing. And then I guess my second question is, do I have to be like in this? A, can I do tech stuff, like other techie stuff from my ride? Or B,
sure.
okay, so I could do computer programming stuff from my hog.
Oh man, I'm excited how you envision that going.
Yeah, so I think I see all of this going down, and I'm like, this is not great. We've got 2 people off of bikes, and we've got little Crash just doing their best. And I know I'm not getting into a violent mix-up. So what I would like to do is hack into the Calantha group's like bike signals and essentially try to direct. Let's see, let's roll some dice and see randos.
Hold
Okay.
on.
Uh,
To be clear, I don't see swoop bikes as a thing with a like They're not on a
Oh, okay.
guided system. I don't really see them as because
Hmm.
Star Wars is a whoa. I'm gonna go wash my mouth out with soap. I'll be back in 5 minutes. Okay, I'm back. So Star Wars is a little more low tech. Like it's very much on the car culture of the 50s. That's what swoop bikes and
Okay.
speeders were like. So computers are a little dumber. They're more 70s computers. I'm cool with Wi-Fi enabled stuff, but the idea of hacking someone's swoop bike, I think, alters my like vision of how swoop bikes work in Star Wars.
Okay. No, that's fair.
Okay. But
Um,
uh, if you want to say hacking into other systems that are within the slums somewhere, I'm open to that. But hacking someone's bike is, I think, something that it would have to be a very, very high tech or a droid enabled bike before you would have a chance at that.
okay. Then yeah, what I think essentially is I want to set it up so that once Morlock is sweeping over
Hmm.
um the Ash Ink Foundry, is that because that's whereabouts are we actually? That's a good question.
Ooh, so the Ash Ink Factory. Let me remind ourselves. Where was the Ash Ink? Okay, so we have.
4 by 6 1.
Okay. Let's glance at our
Hmm.
map. I'm imagining you guys are going shockingly fast, right? So if you wanted to try to guide someone towards, I believe the Ash Ink Factory is here, right? Am I remember? Am I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the Ash Ink Factory, I think we had it like right there. Yeah. So, um,
I
if
guess my
you
better
wanted
question
to,
is where are we right now?
you guys were just passing the junkyard when I opened. When we did the first actions there against Whump and the like. So it's possible, but you're gonna need to like make sure the Crash is going that way because they're mostly after Crash.
Yeah, so that means we're by Massetti Keep, which means
Yes, you are near Massetti Keep. That could be bad for you.
um well we are also by the scrap sorting junkyard.
Uh-huh.
Um can I try to hack some kind of bigger machine that's there to have it try to like
Yes.
sort of like or like maybe there's like
A
an
crane
an
of some kind or
a
something?
crane or but I was thinking more as like a giant something that would like create a giant plume of smoke or steam
Ooh.
release that would just like have it do the release of that right when their leader is like above it.
Okay. Yeah. I think that because you're not directly going at them, that tension isn't involved in that kind of role. Let's see if you can build that role and see how it goes. Treasure, boy, that's going to be a role that's hard to pull off in the middle of a fight. So I don't know if you're fulfilling that role.
Yeah, nah, this is not really for that part. I mean, I guess theoretically, if we talked about how it first started, I got us cool things, but that's meh.
Okay. So what style are you using?
I think this is cool.
Okay. Okay, I agree. You're not directly engaging with them. You're being smart and trying to pull off something that you've thought about. So, what thing are you using? Sounds like tools.
Yeah, I'd agree. Tools, yeah.
Okay, so you're at 6 dice. Do you have an expertise you're bringing into bear here?
Um,
Remember, if you
don't.
can like string two expertises together and you're then that's okay.
Mm, the, so like Dwang is such a as someone who does not like
I changed it. It says
Dwang
stuff now. I'm helping you.
and stuff. Okay,
Other
so
stuff.
and stuff.
Yep.
So like no, because I think this is more violence than anything I honestly have expertise in, if I'm gonna be honest. Like or like intercepting. Like I don't think this is.
Well,
This is def
you're doing hacking. So if you wanted
oh,
to use slicing, it
okay.
feels
I'll take
like
slicing if you will let me use hacking in that sense.
yeah, slicing and hacking. Slicing is the Star Wars term for hacking.
Yeah, I just because I'm like this doesn't regards to like creds, identities, or information. So I was like, it does not attribute to those. But if I can, yeah, um, I'll take slicing if I can get it. Yeah.
Yep.
So that gives me an additional one, correct?
Yes, it does.
So that means I have one, two, three, four, five, six, seven dice, and off we go. One, two, three, four,
Oh, I
five.
needed to set a
Oh,
difficulty. I will say that it is a normal. Well, it'd be normal to hack it, but to do it and time it just right, I'm going to say is hard. So you'll need 3 successes. Sorry, I wasn't looking at the dice. I just needed to
no,
set
you're
that
good.
difficulty.
I got one, two, three, four, five successes.
Excellent. So what does it look like as you're able to time the pass by the junkyard area to throw some smoke or steam or something that would take Morlock off his game?
Yeah, we watch as Techie kind of leans back into his capsule, and we see that his feet are going and are actually the only thing that are directing his ship, or like his hog is like purely like there's no like hand sort of things. It's purely by foot-based mechanics. And his hands are actually kind of nearby on some kind of like hollow board, and he's like, okay, if I calculate that this, that, the other swoops and like his bike his hog moves in one way that requires for our for Morlock to have to like take a sharp right. Perfect. One, two, three, four. We watch as he like hits in a code. And as soon as Morlock's bike is like right in front of where this essentially pressure valve opening is, it just releases and like a dark cloud just completely consumes Morlock's bike.
Nice. Nice. Okay, fantastic, Techie. You pull it off. Right now, Morlock is out of the game, and Enzi is gone. He went the way of many cool characters that are introduced in Star Wars. They have the awesome aesthetic. They'll get an action figure. They died right away. Um, Darn it, Enzi. We loved you. Someone will write fanfic about you, but you're not involved in this fight anymore. So we've seen everyone take an action up to Crash. I think Dagron is trying to catch up to you by pushing the pedal to the metal, but Crash, you see as you guys hold on, I will just share screens a little bit again. As you cut across here, um, two things are happening. Dagron's behind you, but worse, ahead of you, another member of this gang, McKenna, she actually went across the lake and is cut across to try to come ahead of you. And also, someone identified a few of the House Massetti guards, and it looks like they are going to be taking pot shots at you as you try to zip past here, Crash. It is not good. There's a great deal of danger. What would you like to do?
Where are we trying to get ultimately? Just away and then loop back, or is there like a
Away is
yeah, yeah, yeah.
probably the get.
Um I think so there's that little, I'm not sure if it's a little field or a gate or something over that little white rectangle. Maybe like janking a hard left and cutting across. There's like uh
We talking about here, like a hard left here, that
yeah,
triangle,
yeah, where that the white triangle is there.
this
Or
one.
rectangle, sorry. Four
Oh,
sides.
oh, white rectangle. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
That's where Morlock just got dusted.
dusted.
Yeah.
Maybe so I think I want to like come around and then see if I can get on the like conduit going in towards the lake.
Oh,
probably
cool.
not
So you're
supposed
going
to
to
be
try to head
riding.
this way and pass
Yeah,
by these guys real fast?
yeah, probably not supposed to be riding on it, but panicking.
That feels scary to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. Then getting through this is going to be again carking hard.
Hmm.
So and tension is definitely involved in the role. The House Massetti are just trying to protect their interests by firing on you.
Mm.
Um, you notice that the girl who is coming towards you on one of the bikes of the Calanth group, she doesn't have a blaster out, but you see that she has this like electrified
Mm.
whip that she's swinging as she's driving to like straight at you. But yeah, let's build your roll to see how this goes, Crash.
I want to not get hit by that. So, I'm gonna try and be cool. um, I guess it's gonna be hog again. You
You're still
know,
following orders. You're
yeah, I'm still
told to get
following orders.
away.
So that's six, and I need how many?
You need as many as you can get. You got to beat a four
Four.
difficulty.
Well, let's spend all the carks. So six,
Sure.
four, nine. There'll be nine altogether.
Amazing. It's not illegal to get out of the way of things. Otherwise, it's hard to get an expertise in escaping.
Oh yeah, do I have what my expertise? Expertises
It's
are.
gonna be a lot of dice.
I gave you a card, right?
Oh, yes. Add another,
Oh yeah.
or roll the same dice and save yourself one card if you want. Your call.
One, two, three, four.
Phew. Exactly four.
I
Uh,
take one.
yeah. What we have is going to be effectively a mixed success, right? You were looking to evade,
Mm.
but you lose a cark and you'd spent all of your carks, right?
Yep, yep.
Okay.
Oh, I spent all but one. I kept one.
Oh, good. So this
Yeah,
takes you down to
2-0.
zero carks because tension was involved. How do you avoid the House Massetti guys who are shooting at you and this member of the Calanth group who was trying to, you realize, not trying to whip you, she was trying to yank the crate off
Yeah,
of the
yeah.
back of your bike.
It's a mixed success, so it's not going to be as cool as I thought it was going to be. But I think I think I steer straight towards the Massetti guys, who are shooting at me. So it's harder to shoot head on than sidelong, I
Sure.
guess.
Yeah.
Um, and I don't think she's expecting that. And maybe that causes her to falter a moment, not be able to catch up as quickly as she would like to
Yeah.
have. Um, and I think I kind of like I head straight for because they're like at the gate in front of their
Mm-hmm.
compound
Mm-hmm.
there. I think I'm like, okay, cool. They're not going to shoot me. Nope, they're doing it. Great. And pull off the last second, kind of like slam up against the side of the building a little bit, dig myself up. Like the like just barely
Bam.
get out of there
Nice.
before she
Nice.
can catch up.
Okay. Cool.
And so like I wanted to go around to the left there, and I think I'm actually going around to the uh, my right, south of that building.
Okay. I just want to make sure we're on the same page. So you you were thinking you came past, or you're saying you went south of the building
So I was
that
thinking
way?
about like juking left there, going east, but instead I like went straight for it and had to like go off to the right. So like I'm on where is it, like 5452 ish, just about where the bridge crosses that conduit.
Okay, cool. Where the bridge crosses the conduit.
Yeah.
Fantastic. That sounds awesome. I think as part of that mixed success or the one cark that you lose, um, when uh, our Calanth group, McKenna, when she tries to whip at, she grabs. Do you actually have a gun? I'm looking at the picture of your swoop bike. Do you have
I
a
think there's
gun?
one mounted underneath the front there. Yeah.
Oh, it looks like one on top
Oh
too.
yeah, there's a little turret. I don't think
Yeah, it's not
I
there
think the
anymore.
turret one is like if you were sitting still.
Yeah, that was gone. I think she like snatched that
Yeah.
off and by missing the package.
Yeah.
Rich remembered the other word. Synonyms. Synonyms.
The package.
Sweet. So she tries to converge on you, fails to grab the package. You're continuing ahead. Fade, you're zipping past. Techie had slowed down a little bit to take out Morlock. I want to cut to Sticks. Uh, yeah, zero carks for Crash too. Exactly. Sticks. Yeah, you lost a cart because of the result of the one, um, which means you're kind of out of the game and in a lot of trouble. But you did successfully get away. We'll see how that looks in a second. Sticks, you rush over to Wump, who's lying on its back. There is a bird that landed and was thinking about coming closer. You come running up and it flies off. What do you do?
So I just want to check with Steven because I messaged, but the new message system is weird. Um, are you wanting Wump to go out in a blaze of glory, or do you want Sticks to try and like bond and bring you back?
So I thought about that, and I think that that doesn't make sense here at the very beginning,
Okay.
to go out in a blaze of glory.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what are you
Okay.
playing like John Proudstar and
Yeah.
the Uncanny X-Men or the X-Men Giant Size or something? You don't want to go out like a punk. Come on.
Okay. So Sticks is runs up, like the cloud of ash behind her, um, and grabs Wump and does all of the things that is okay in movies and television and totally not what you're supposed to do when somebody is fallen off of a bicycle and move them. Um, and she just starts screaming at Wump, "Get up! Get up!" And is like, you like your cybernetics are like probably, arcing and stuff. Get back in the game, Wump! So I'm gonna scream at somebody until they get back up. This is how Sticks bonds. Um,
That's wonderful.
so
Okay. I like that. So regaining Karks, there are three ways to get back Karks. You could do charity work, Duracrete justice, or bonding scenes. You got to spend time with the other gang member. You're doing that right this now.
yeah,
If you share a
are there
scene where the
are
group
there
bonds,
other
hmm?
the rest of the swoop gang, are they going by? Because she'll be like shooting at them at the same time.
Sure, they're
Yeah.
going
Okay.
by. Yeah. But if your focus is the bonding,
Yes.
then
The
that's
focus is
just
the bonding.
color, and
Yes.
that
Yeah.
looks cool. Um, but how is it that Sticks by shouting? Like, how do we, the audience who doesn't know that's how Sticks does that, expresses uh, camaraderie? How do we see that Sticks genuinely cares about Wump continuing to ride with the
Um,
group?
I think at one point Sticks like screams in is it it's not Wookiees, it's Kirish or
Kerouac.
whatever. Kirawuk.
Kerouac.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Sticks is like screaming in basic and then like does a really bad but the best that human vocal cords can do. Kirawuk. That
Nice.
wump.
That's cool. Wump, you vaguely hear sub one. What does Wump's moments of perhaps a moment of dying, what does that look like for Wump? What is death like for a Wookiee?
So I think what we see here is we see, basically Wump's been hit. He goes flying, screams out loud, or maybe that's the vocoder that we heard screaming. Hits, and basically he's wounded. His head's been hit. So we hear this ringing, and pain is everywhere. So it's really experiencing just the redness of the pain. And I think everything's red and unfocused. And then as he starts to hear, sticks, everything starts to come back in focus, but it's all tinged in red from the pain associated. Yeah.
Nice. Nice. And then you hear some broken Kerouac? Kerouac? Am I saying it right? I'm not. I
I
can't.
think it's Cherook.
Kerouac.
I don't know. I've only seen it written, I think.
Okay.
And I think what I hear is like, aardvark or something, terrible, that doesn't make any sense.
Doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And I, kind of sit up and shake my head and, you know, woozily kind of toddle a little bit. Yeah.
Sweet. How do you respond as clarity starts to crawl into your mind?
Um, I think what I actually say is, where's my bike? Because I've got to get back. Um, but I think the vocoder's broken. So all you hear is me, screaming.
Dang. Rob the speech. Do you understand that? Does Styx know?
Uh, like a little, like kitchen table Sherwook. Um, so she gets like, "Where is my?" And Styx just starts pointing in the direction of Crash, even though like there's obviously the bike smoldering there.
Nice. Then I will award you 5 carks to spread between you as you wish. And if there's a fight, then I don't
Oh,
care.
Wump can take all of them as far as I'm concerned.
That sounds good.
Nice. Excellent. So Fade, you and Techie, I'm assuming Kay stepped away, so you and an NPC Techie for the next moment or two are maybe all that Crash has. Or, maybe they're just gonna take away the package and be fine. What do you do? As far as enemies, we have Adam Malik, Dagrin, Lucas, McKenna are the only threats. And also, you hear the scream of a TIE fighter coming inbound.
So, Styx and Womp, we've kind of left them behind, or
I think
like
so.
we've passed them by, or
You pass
they're
them by. Yeah,
yeah.
Wump and Sticks. They fell back. Crash has
Hmm.
continued on, and Techie's with you.
Yeah, cool. And the people from the other gang, they're still chasing us.
Yes, yes. They're
Yeah,
specifically after the package.
cool, cool. I think I'm going to do something I'm not very good at, probably. uh, because my swoop is pretty heavy and solid. Um, I think I'm going to try to whoever has the lightest, flimsiest swoop on the other team, I'm
Oh,
going to try to
they're
ram them.
standard. They have um they're so terrible that they have speeder bikes instead of swoops, and they're all I know, black and gold and matching.
Color coordinated? How gosh. Uh,
They're the worst.
yeah, I'm going to try to maybe like force one of them into a building or something, just or at least so that they have to break off. Because mine is pretty sturdy, so I think I have some weight
Well, McKenna
advantage.
is the closest to Crash, and
Yeah,
she
I'll go
has
for
that
it.
electro whip that she's going to try
Yeah,
to
yeah, yeah.
steal the package from, so that might be the best target for you.
Yeah, I'll go for her.
Great. How is it Fade? Because Fade's local, right?
Yeah, I imagine so. Yeah.
How is it that Fade knows McKenna? She's local too. She's got lots of friends. She just joined this gang.
Hmm. I think we grew up in the same neighborhood.
Nice. Were you friends? Did you play together, or were you not friends?
Um, I think Like we moved in the same circles, like teenagers hanging out in groups or whatever. But we were never like I was never like directly connected to her. So we'd hang out in the same group if there was someone else there who was like the
Nice.
person in between, that sort of thing.
Sweet. So tension is involved. She is trying to do a thing. You're trying to protect the package and also crash. So I think that is also gonna be hard.
Hmm. Um, I don't think this is a vice president thing, probably. Supervises plans for club events and coordinates the committees. That doesn't really feel like a thing I'm doing right now.
And
Uh,
by the way, this is the first time I'm using roll, giving you a die. I
mhm.
may end up circling back and revising the duties of some of the roles if it turns out that the thing they're supposed to be doing isn't very interesting for our game. But yeah, we'll play it as it is written
Yeah,
here.
yeah, yeah. Absolutely. And um, well, I'm being a badass here, which is bad for me. And I think I'm using my hog, definitely. Uh, and none of my expertise is applied. So that's 4 dice. That's not very good. And let's see, hard is 3. I'll spend 3 cards.
Okay.
So I'll have 7 dice.
Seven dice coming against a
Let's see if I'm doing
difficulty of
this right.
3.
Jesus
Oh
Christ.
my lord. Okay. So remember, the difficulty is the cap for the amount of carts that you can lose when tension is in effect.
Yeah, that
Um,
doesn't help. I'm still at, I only have 2 left, so I
okay.
am at 0.
Yeah, the goal for Fade was to try to help out Crash and peel off McKenna.
Yeah.
I think what happens there is that McKenna sees what you're doing. She anticipates what you're doing, and
Hmm.
she rolls off of her bike, just letting you take the bike away from her. Uh, but when it rolls over, it takes out the undercarriage of your bike and causes a lot more damage than you anticipated, and you
Hmm.
get thrown. Let's take a look at where we were headed towards the conduit and the bridge. So I love the idea of let me ask a question about the conduit. Um, do we, is this something, it's a bridge, right? So we can see the conduit. Um,
It
is
looks
this
like
like,
it's going underneath the road there. There's a bridge over
yeah,
the.
is that what we think? Is a bridge that just, or do we, is it underneath the road? Is this a river of power? What is the
I think it's like
conduit?
a big tube with glowing stuff in it, right?
Yeah.
It
Okay,
goes
cool.
on the
Cool.
crater there.
That sounds awesome. So I think you we get to see the tube. Maybe you kind of skip off of the tube itself, like slamming into a pipe, um, and crash because you are out of carks. I believe that you lose the package.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, Dagrin comes over, grabs the package, and tosses it to um, Ado Malik, and he zips off, and then Lucas and Dagrin skate. They ride off as well, and you guys, other than Techie, Techie, you see that they're getting the package, and Fade's in rough shape, Crashes in rough shape, Sticks and Wump. You're not sure where they are because they're a bit back. You're super outnumbered. What do you do? Oh, and
Which
also,
theme
okay,
does it have
sorry,
some?
there was one thing I introduced just a few moments ago before you came back. Uh, you can hear the scream of a TIE fighter in the air coming towards this area.
Oh, that's not good. Who's the
Oh,
person who has the package?
right now, his name is Dagran because he likes
Ooh,
dragons and can't spell.
yeah, not the brightest bulb, easily urged to violence. I I want to try and trick Dagrin, maybe. I think I want to like maybe hack into Dagrin's like communication system and be like, pass it over here, Dagrin. I'll take it the rest of the way. Like,
Uh, okay, that is hilarious. I think that tension is involved because other members of this gang are right around you. So it is very
mhm.
dangerous, but you could possibly pull this off. I'm going to say it is hard because he is surrounded by his buddies and did get orders, but maybe he'll be fooled into think this Miri Allen is a new member of the gang riding, maybe you're a
I'm in
spy.
the
I don't
comms.
know.
You can talk to me. Of course, I'm part of your gang.
There you go. Okay, let's see how it goes. So this difficulty of hard, tension is involved in the role, and again, treasure role not really suited for this. Are you being cool or being badass? Feels like being cool,
Okay,
trying
cool.
to outsmart someone. What thing are you bringing to bear?
I think this is probably either head or tools. Tools because I'm like hacking into the comm system and that's how I'm getting in. Or head because I'm out thinking this, slop knuckler.
Okay. Um, I'd say it's up to you. Also, not that you would want to, but uh, talk your way
No.
into thing. Use your mouth as jaw. So, which of those things are you bringing to bear?
I guess here's the question is what would be more let me know if this is not okay to ask. What would be more like what this guy would rely on? Is it just like, oh yeah, the talking or the fact that I'm in the comms?
Probably in the comms. The talking, it's not like he's
Yeah, the
impressed by
plan.
you.
Yeah. So I think it's tools then.
Fair.
I'm in their comms, I'm in their thing, I'm in their ear.
Okay.
So tools,
That's
cool.
6 dice.
And then slicing because I'm doing
Mhm.
hackery things.
Okay.
So
So
that's
up to
7.
7.
Sorry, I'm just reading what I can do with cards again real quick.
Yeah. You can spend as many of the cards to add dice as you want, one for one. Be
Yeah, I'll
advised
take.
though, if you roll ones in this
hmm
attempt, because tension is involved, those ones will actually draw down the cards that you have remaining.
I'm gonna spend 2
Okay.
so that I have 9.
9 dice. Okay, exciting stuff. Let's see how this comes out. 9 dice against a difficulty of 3. Oh, that is a painful roll for you. One, two successes.
It's rude.
It's rude. These dice do not want you guys to take this package. It is very
Mm-mm.
clear to me. So Dagran, there's a moment when he's, yeah. But then Addo says, "Give me the crate, idiot," and he rides off. And Dagran looks mad at Addo, but he does not bite. And how does this cost you? One, two, three, all the difficulty in Kark's Techie. This failure as they ride off. You see the um, the Calanth group right off with the package that you guys stole from them. How do
Uh,
you lose a bit of your spirit or your confidence, or how does that impact you to when you
this
lose
was
the
uh
parks?
this was Techie's idea. This was like, oh, let's get this package. We can do this. Here's the coordinates. And Techie is looking around, seeing their gang absolutely thrashed. He had a moment to at least, get the thing, and he biffed it.
Just like a prospect now. It's just the worst. Awesome. I mean, not really awesome, but
It's terrible.
finale.
This is gonna look terrible on my treasury notes.
Yeah, the TIE fighter screams overhead. You see the Calanth group taking off with the package. Um, we even see Morlock skating off a different direction. They'll get back together again, and I think this is where we will take our mid-game break. The next scene opens with the mist has faded somewhat. The ashy mist has faded somewhat. We see the sun is a bit higher in the sky, and the camera settles on your lovely shipping warehouse, which, if you recall, is located kind of in the middle of a bunch of trouble. I believe you guys were here-ish with jail and an imperial compound. Yeah, so but we are going to see a bit about this shipping warehouse, the Emerald Crate shipping warehouse. Um, I'd like to pick up with asking first our Crash. Where do we see you? We can assume you guys all got back, right?
Mhm.
No one's dead, right? No one's dead. Crash didn't die.
No,
Okay, good.
Crash got away clean without the package, but I think I probably like circled back around to pick up the turret that was on the back of my bike, and now I'm just like, uh, how do I put this back on? I don't think I can. I don't know how to do this. My bike. Oh no, I don't even know where that worked in the first place. Where does it hook up? Oh God.
Awesome. So where are you in the shipping warehouse when we see you trying to figure out how this turret works? And you're all out of sorts.
Wall
Like you have
somewhere.
0 Kirks. I'm sorry. Where are we at? Zero
Yeah, up
Kirks.
against the like one of the walls somewhere, like in the bike bay, wherever like the general parking area is for us.
Awesome. Looking at the picture of the shipping warehouse, there are what look like forklift things. Do you guys imagine you have any, or is this all a manual thing? You don't have any load lifter droids. It's all you guys make this happen kind of
I think we
thing,
have
or
droids. We have like cobbled together
Mhm.
like the pallet jack kind of things, but better than a pallet jack, right? It's a forklift, but it's a mini thing. But it's not a droid. We have to do the manual labor. That's how I pictured it, at least.
cool. Yeah. So just as a heads up, Crash is sans Karks and really can't do much of anything unless someone wants to do something about that. You Crash could also try to recover some Karks, but if it's not a bonding scene, it has to be charity work or Duracrete justice.
For
Neither of.
Dirk Justice,
Well,
it would have to be a bonding scene.
you do have a lot of heart though, so
I
you might
do.
actually be good at charity work.
That's true.
Uh, yeah. Who would like to come upon the prospect and help them out?
I could help. Yeah.
Yeah, help fix up my bike, man.
Yeah. I'm gonna just immediately like no talking, just helmet sort of thrown off a bit, and I'm just landing myself next to the nearest bike and start fixing.
Should I have like tried to shoot back at them or something? Like I was just trying. I was mostly worried about not myself second, package first because we needed the package. I guess I should have thought about how to like. Is everyone okay? I feel
No,
like
just turning like a wrench or something. No.
I feel like everyone else took hits because I didn't do good.
Yes and no. Ranch, ranch.
What's the no part?
Well, there's a level of risk in all of this, and especially when you take a like wave a hand in the air when you're Womp or your Sticks, and you're gonna really like throw yourself into that side. So you can't necessarily blame you for that. That's just sort of their shtick, you know? That's who they are. A Fade will fit in wherever Fade needs to fit in, you know, because they can do everything. But that doesn't necessarily make it your fault. Just like it's not my fault that I suggested this route, but at the same time, it is mildly my kind of meh. But I mean, it's not like you directly hit them or called them out or did something. Like, yeah, you fucked up, you didn't get the package, so this is just like a decreased downer in the books, but it's not exactly like you're to blame.
So this isn't gonna like count. Like this isn't gonna be like a black mark in my book, or
Oh, of course it is.
oh, geez. Okay.
But it's not like, it's just like, you could have done better, but that doesn't mean it's like you've been marked with a big red X or some carkin something.
I should have kept
Ranch,
that
ranch,
back. I
ranch.
was in the back, and that's not probably. I should probably be in the middle, but everyone else took it for me anyway. So that would I don't know if that would have changed anything.
You're thinking too much, and not in like a helpful way. You're essentially being like, what if? That's not gonna actually, you know, help you if you want to assess how you failed and what you could have done better. Like that's a good amount of like time headspace. But if you're just like, oh, but this, but that, then you're just like wallowing in your own cark.
So what do I do instead?
Get better.
Okay.
Offer to help fix things, come up with a way to help balance the books for the fact that we didn't get the package.
I think trying to fix things might make things worse. So I'll just wait for someone to tell me what to do.
Uh, that works if you're me, you know? Like if you're a directive to a goal kind of guy, like you have a skill. Uh, but I don't know if that's the best plan for you. Just saying.
So I
Especially
should
since you're trying to get on.
so I should do something.
If
Okay,
you can do it successfully.
I get it.
Wrench, wrench, wrench noise.
Okay, that was tonally a very interesting bonding scene.
We have a one in jaw. I am not a personable person.
Same, but
Okay, I
probably
like
in a
it.
different way.
Interesting in a setup for future. So that is 5 carks to be awarded between the two of you. You figure out how that goes.
Where are you at?
I'm at 0.
Okay, you want to take four and I'll take one?
Yeah, I'll take 4.
Who does Chief Foreman Tavik intercept when he comes in and tries to move behind the counter?
I, part of me thinks that Styx is the one who works the counter at the front.
Where are my
Unless
meat
somebody else had
sticks?
that in mind. Okay. You're what?
Meat sticks. I
Your
ordered
meat's
meat sticks. They're supposed to have been here last night. They
Oh,
still
okay.
haven't
Oh,
arrived.
let me look. Let me look. She'll pull
Yeah, let
up
me just
the
check the order. And he tries to like climb
Whoa, whoa,
behind.
whoa, whoa, whoa. You stay on that side.
He's an Ugnaught, so he's very short. I
Yeah.
think the counter is like taller than he is,
Yeah.
so he has to step back and look up. Um, Stephen, what has gone wrong completely out of the hands of the Emerald Crates? What has gone wrong with the shipment of meat sticks?
They have been held at import for the Imperials to review them. It's something that happens periodically where things are just randomly delayed, and it might mean we have to pay a bribe to get them.
Nice.
Oh, Chief Foreman, they are held up at customs. It looks like their container was randomly
Why do
selected.
my things always get held up at customs?
Uh, I don't know. I could show you right now, and Sticks will like turn around, right? The screen, like this is where it is. It's been held up at customs. It is technically within Ashmorai space. However, it
Then go
just
and
is
get it.
not. No, that's not how it works. I can't just make these things happen. It's going to have to go through the process.
My
And
men need their meat sticks. I promised them a meat party.
I understand. However, it's just not something that I can move along. Perhaps there's another place you could purchase meat sticks in the
Perhaps there's another
meantime.
shipping warehouse I could utilize.
Well, there's really only a few options, and really, if you think about it, the droid service center is just doesn't have that touch. So let me see what I can do. She'll turn it back around. And Styx is gonna like send a notification off to Techie, like, hey, we gotta move this one along. Can you do something about that? Like, can we adjust some values somewhere and get this one moved?
Yeah, so I think we see in like a back room to the side that definitely has like no windows. So there's no way this person could be customer interfacing in any way, shape, or form. Like they can't even look
Black
in.
box.
Like black box, yeah. Uh, we have techie. Uh, and I think can I try to do that for them? Can I either slice or blackmail to get it moved forward and through? Can I try?
You can definitely give that a shot. You know that Bragg, TK4217, is normally the person who handles inspections of Emerald Krayt shipping receivables.
All right. I think I'm gonna open like the group chat, a chat window that has already been like minimized, so it's like always up,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just like, all right, Brad, carrot or stick.
He would reply back after a minute or two, I'm busy, carrot.
I'm busy, carrot. Um, and so I think let's see. Uh, I'll yeah, I'll delete the photo of you at Red Lights East from uh from Natunda in Lona, and you get this package to me.
Was it him vomiting at the beginning?
That's a nice tie back. Okay, it sounds like you're trying to extort a little bit with some blackmail. I
Essentially,
think
I'm like, I will, yeah, delete this blackmail I have
that is
on
not
you.
carrot in his opinion, but difficulty is normal. It feels very stick to me. I could ask
That's
for
fair.
some.
Listen, in Techie's mind, that's carrot. I'm getting rid of evidence, not using it against you.
True, true.
I will say Styx is going to throw a cark at this as well, um, because she's just continuing to deal with Chief Foreman Havoc, and being like, no, I see it's changing right now. Just give it a few more moments.
So I imagine this is cool and uh God. heart, maybe,
Let us read what
or
heart means.
or
Using the
head.
compassion you can muster.
This is the compassion level that Techie can muster. I'm not gonna let your wife see this.
Okay.
No, it's probably head. Um,
It's either head or jaw, I feel like a little
yeah, it's
bit.
head. So that's one, two, three, four.
It's five
Okay.
plus mine. This makes
Yeah,
it
plus
six, unless you want to.
yours. All right. And let's go. Jesus Christ, dice machine.
Difficulty was only normal, and the dice machine said you pulled it off. Luckily, tension's not involved in the roll. You squeak by. Um, here's what he says. Yeah, yeah, I can get that through, no problem. Hey, you didn't hear anything about, and he sends you a picture of Inzi Kellen, looking much younger and not wearing a cybernetic arm. He's in a uniform, actually, House Calypso enlisted military uniform. You hear anything about what happened to this guy?
Oh yeah, that asshole. Uh, yeah, he was bad at his job.
Say more. I think I've found this meat package.
I don't know, just a laser brain.
Uh-huh. What happened to him?
I don't know. He should have been smarter.
Huh. So what does that mean? You're real smart. Maybe I'm not so smart.
This feels very much like this guy is trying to entrap me. Is there a dice roll I can do for Techie to be like, hmm, hmm?
Here's what he's offering. You've succeeded, but he wants something in return. You can either bribe him, or you can just fork over some intel on how this Inzi Kellen died.
Oh yeah, simple. He was running with that Morlock guy, and they did some kind of illegal flight action over atop the Massetti base.
Huh. Okay. Yeah. Send one of your people to come pick up the meat package.
Yeah, I think we just, yeah, that window gets closed off and we watch as he presses a button on something and like an overhead speaker says like Sticks, go send Crash to insert address. They'll have the meat Sticks in as soon as it takes them to get there and get back.
So it looks like we found your meat sticks. It's gonna take just a little bit of time, but by the end of day today, we will have them.
That's an entire shift.
I
I
understand, but that is
thought that you
so much
had
better.
those speeder bikes. Those things go 600K. Why don't you just send one of your little people to go get it now? I'm here now. It will take you perhaps 20 minutes.
Um, Sticks is
I'll do
gonna.
it. You hear
Oh
young
no! Oh no!
Polono say, "I can do it." And she comes dancing around. I just need to borrow anybody's bike, any of them. I've
No,
got
no,
it for
no,
you, sir. I'll
no.
take
It's
care of it
okay.
right
It's
now.
okay. Polono. That's Polona's not on the insurance. Polono.
I can help if uh
Oh,
my
oh,
bike is
Crash too.
I think it's ready now.
And then, like when Crash shows up, I think that the tone shifts for Sticks just a little bit because she's a little upset with you. And then Sticks goes, Yeah. All right. Tell you what, head foreman.
Sloan does the. I could write better than him.
No, no, no. It's okay, Polono. I have other duties for you. Crash, that sounds like a great job for you. Just I
I'm
said
not
actually
sure I
no.
want my meat to
No,
be
no, sorry.
carried by someone named Crash.
I was gonna say Nakub is what I actually say. Nakub, that sounds like a great job for you. Just make sure Fade knows that you're heading out.
Oh, okay.
And that's a PH Fade, by the way.
Wait, what?
Because Fade's birth name is also Fade, but just
Yeah.
spelled
Oh,
different.
I
Fade.
did not put that together. Thank you for pointing that out.
In the meantime, I actually have a meat stick here, and Sticks will reach down underneath and pull out a meat stick.
No, I'm
I
a
got your meat stick right
vegetarian.
here.
It's for the crew. I care about my crew. I'm a good foreman. I just happen to have the worst choices in merchants that I work with. Why didn't you volunteer? And he's like, why didn't you volunteer to do the thing? I had to talk. And he's just
Yeah.
gonna do that thing of the angry customer even after they've gotten what
Yes,
they
of
wanted,
course. Of
being
course.
that guy. Wump, you've had a rough day. What are you doing around the shipping warehouse?
Yeah, so I think Wump is with Zito Varn, the gang member who's itching to prove himself. And it looks like
Yeah.
Zito has some cybernetics.
Mhm.
So I think Wump is in warehouse in E44, that little room there that looks like it's where things are repaired, like guns and stuff like that. And I think
Yeah.
what we're seeing is the scene where Wump gets his cybernetic eye. Because I think the crash, damaged his face and his eye enough that he starts, that they're this Zito is, installing the eye itself. Um Andrews, do you want Fade to be there?
I think, yeah, I can be there. I think Fade has just come in, like dragging her swoop back in because it got badly damaged, and so she's tired, angry, and but yeah, I can be there.
So, you know, I think while Zito is working on me, um the vocoder's already been repaired. It sounds a little scratchy, but I'm telling Fade that was a fucking mess. Um, I don't know how that happened, but that should not have happened.
We should never have taken this carking job in the first place.
Did they have better bikes? Did they? I don't. Yeah. If it hadn't been for Sticks, I don't know if I would have gotten out.
Yeah, we'll thank him later.
Uh,
Her.
yeah. And, Zito is carefully working and says, "Didn't Techie come up with that plan?"
Um, I don't pay much attention. I know that Prez sent us on it. Nothing would have gotten past them. They didn't think it was good.
Oh, well, have you guys talked to Prez?
I will as soon as I get a chance.
Maybe Prez should come in here and see what it cost us.
Okay. Do you have full color spectrum, Wump?
I think so. The vision went from red to now it's kind of fuzzy and getting tuned in and might need some work, but I can see well enough. And so I
He
say,
holds
yeah.
up this little paddle. How many numbers do you see? This little eye test thing.
And I think I grab the paddle and break it in half and say, I can see them all. I get up.
Listen, Fade, as Womp gets up, Zito moves over. I'm good with numbers too.
And
Maybe Techie. I mean, you know, he's an alien.
so
I just maybe he's not all in. He's not really one of us.
I'm gonna like put my hand on his chest and push him back. Take his patched in.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right. Just man, I know you're great, Fade, but like people keep carking up and when I get my shot?
You get your shot when we decide you get your shot.
Okay. I just hope there's still a warehouse for me to get a shot in, man.
You do your part, and we'll keep this warehouse running, and we'll keep the crew running.
Okay. So they're all more like you, Fade.
You just remember that everyone who's part of the crew is part of the crew.
Okay. Yeah, I got that. You're right. I mean, I'm patched too. Like
Yeah,
he's
then
back.
act
He
like
shows
it.
off his little Emerald Krayt patch, like tattoo that he's got.
Yeah, then Karking act like it.
Okay, but I just want my shot. I think he
It's
throws his hands up and the stalk out. He's all mad.
yeah, so am I, and I have no carks. So
If only Whoop would bond with you for a little bit. So we'll linger like Wump. You're still there. Zito's taken off.
So I can actually hang out. Um, did you have any? Where are you headed, Fade?
well, I gotta talk to Prez. He knows
I'll back.
the job is carked, but gotta fill him in on the details.
Yeah, I'll back you. I'll back you up. So I'll go with you to see the press.
Yeah,
Nice.
that's good.
So let's take a look in our shipping warehouse. Do we have an office that the Prez would and I imagine you probably wouldn't I mean you can call him Wolf when you're talking to a one-on-one. That's his patch name. Feels like maybe his like this is the counter, I think, where we just did the interaction with, right? Is that the counter? I don't
Hmm.
know. And
I think so.
yeah, I think so. So there's your counter. Uh, maybe this is the office. Oh, that's awfully nice though. That's the press's office. Oh, he's got a window he
Yeah.
can like look out onto the work floor. Hell
And he's
Hmm.
got a
yeah.
couch. That's a
He's got a
soft
Yeah.
freaking
couch.
couch, man. And obviously some kind of hollow projecting screen. Sweet. And you can only get in by walking through. Like it's not open to the outside. That's pretty great. Awesome.
Hmm.
So door open, slides open. Um, Prez is seated at the desk and he swivels around. Hey, Fade. Wump.
Wolf, yeah, I assume you heard about the job going sideways.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is what I talked about. It's too risky.
We started the morning. We didn't have the package. We ended the day. We didn't have the package. Would I have liked to had that? Yeah. We took one of them out.
Yeah, and they nearly took two or three of us out. Plus, we've got bikes that are all busted up, and we've made enemies.
They're already our enemies.
True,
We
but I
haven't.
mean, oh, I,
No, no, no. Go ahead.
sorry, no, no, no. Wolf. Sorry, I didn't mean to. You go ahead.
We hadn't killed any of them before.
Yeah, it's escalated. So this prospect,
Crash.
yeah, you're gonna make it.
I don't know. He did as well as he could,
Yeah.
but yeah, I'm not sure anyone else could have done it better.
If anyone can get Crash to do better, Fade can.
Did you happen to get any evidence of the package? What was in it? We may not have those guns. I didn't want those guns, but I definitely wanted to be able to put a finger on Calanth.
We were busy trying to get away and stay alive. We didn't have time to collect evidence.
Okay. Well, now you got time to collect evidence, don't you?
Yeah, but we don't have the crate.
No, you don't. They do. Do you want me to connect all of the dots, Fade?
If you want me to send the crew to break into our rivals' hideout and grab the crate from them, then yeah, I'd like you to spell that out.
I will. I don't give a rat's ass about us having that package, but being able to finger them to know they're trying to set up Calypso, that's the kind of dirt that could really take them down. Maybe you need one or two of those guns. Maybe you just need evidence of it. We
If
don't
you
have a
think
road
this
captain,
is,
Fade, so this is on you.
I know it's on me. I didn't want to do this job, but I tried to do it as well as we could. And this is where we ended up. If you think getting that evidence is that important to the club, sure, I'll do my best to get it done. But I'm not making any promises because that's a carking dangerous path to tread.
Hmm. Gotta say, today's full of disappointments, Fade.
Yeah, there's a lot of that going around.
You can go.
Come on, Womp. Oh, and by the way, Zido's making waves and being a general nuisance. You want me to take him down a peg or
Put him in his place. Maybe he needs to have a word with the sergeant.
I'll set it up?
So as Fade leaves, Wump's kind of standing there. He's been standing kind of behind Fade, kind of trying to be a little bit intimidating. And as Fade leaves, I think Wump stays there a little bit and is like, guys did good, tried hard. And then I turn and leave.
And the camera hovers on Wolf for a moment and he says, effort. That's what they're proud of. Sweet. Let's pick up with Crash
Yeah.
heading to. So, if you guys remember, and this is mostly me saying it out loud to make sure that I remember it correctly, we've realized there was no spaceport in the map of Ashmorai, that the spaceport would be a drive away. And that is where Crash is headed. So let's do just slight bit of make sure that we're all on the same page. Is this a cosmopolitan spaceport? Is it mostly House Calypso run spaceport, or is it under the edict of Imperial
Mm.
command?
I think maybe it's nominally Calypso, but since the Empire is peacekeeping, like there's probably a strong influence there. Like they're probably the ones that actually run shit, just by uh, force, right? That if someone did something, they're the ones that are going to shoot back.
So we see Crash on your bike. Oh, by the way, if Piloto had begged you to ride along to help out, would
Absolutely, yep. Hmm.
okay. So
Um,
Piloto's
question. So where is the spaceport? Is it on the map or is it away?
it is away.
Where, just out of curiosity, where is the Calanthe territory?
That is a great question and not a thing that we have defined. Um,
So what was the around our area? There was the cops, the prison, right? And
Hmm.
then I thought there were other threats that were around us. Were they one of them?
they may be that maybe I'm misremembering.
Oh, I
Something
see.
was
Rival
across the
warehouse.
river.
Rival warehouse. It was,
Yeah, so we want to say that was it. So the rival warehouse is Calanth.
yeah, that's down southeast a little bit.
Yeah,
Okay.
it is 4 by
Oh, that's
5
yeah, the
by
big,
2.
biggish one on the shore there.
Yeah, it's the southeast quarter of the circle. Corner of the circle. I'm gonna drink more coffee.
It looks like, oh man, my ability to hot swap is not good. So it looks like that one. Oh wait, isn't that's the sorry. Is that the rival warehouse right there?
Down four
I
five
just
five
named it
two.
that. So I think we'd called the rival warehouse right there,
Yeah, down
at least
there.
from notes from before.
So like,
So it's actually right on the lake. In fact, our action sequence went right near their warehouse. I didn't even realize I
yeah,
was
yeah,
doing that.
yeah.
Okay, then. Oops.
I think I might go through that area on the way to the spaceport.
Hmm.
Um, and I'm good at vandalism. I was thinking of like maybe tagging their warehouse on the way through, just like Clampa's eat voodoo or something juvenile.
Oh, that sounds amazing.
Just I Techie told me to do something, so I'm gonna do something.
Amazing. I love that. That's kind of dangerous.
Yeah.
So, um, let's call this, I think tensions involved the role in case you get caught,
Hmm.
but you are decent at vandalism, so you got a chance. I think this is going to be a normal difficulty for this one.
At 2 or 3.
Uh, it is 2.
Cool.
You need 2 successes. Uh, do you think you're being a prospect here?
I think so. Yeah, I'm trying to earn my show them that I'm not uh terrible at everything.
All right. What
I think I'm trying
style
to
are
be
you?
badass,
Trying
unfortunately.
to be badass. Oh, that's adorable.
Yeah. I think it's hands.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Um,
And then it's definitely vandalism.
yeah, for sure, for sure. So this is, I imagine, one of those we talked about it, right? It had been built up over a lot of time. So it's not one building, it's a series of buildings like that. Hey, you got a house and you build an addition to the house and you build an addition
Mhm,
onto the
mhm.
addition. You got this new storage shed, you got to keep some stuff off. So there are areas where you could cause problems. Polono's with you. She's like, wait, what
Yeah.
are we doing? Is
Just keep
this
an
where
eye
the
out.
meat sticks are?
No, it's just on the way. Just keep an eye out and let me know if anyone comes.
Okay, okay, great. Yeah, cool.
I think like since it's kind of a clustery, like trying to find a spot that's kind of like not inside, but like not just like on the outside of it, like someplace where it's like, oh, someone purposely went in here to fuck with your shit.
And I do not think Clanth has guards, but I
Yeah.
think that you do see they have a couple of camera spots, right? You're
Mhm.
smart enough. You guys have scoped that out enough to where you know that going in. I
Yeah.
won't even, that's part of the two difficulty.
So I'm at five.
All
I'm gonna
right.
throw. I'm gonna throw in a Kark
That's
just
that
for luck.
seems reasonable.
Okay. 6, 1, 2 successes.
Two
And a couple
successes,
ones.
intention was not involved, so you're okay. What does this act of vandalism look like?
Whatever the Star Wars equivalent of spray paint is, just spray painting. You know, Calantha Karks, their mom.
So it's
Who?
mostly anti-Kalan stuff. It's
Oh
not
yeah, yeah. It's
pro.
definitely like these guys suck.
You guys suck. Okay, great. That's awesome. That is awesome. Polono, at one point, she like lets out a low whistle, and you hustle back to
And if I
your
like stop in the
ride.
middle of a word at one point, it's like, okay, cool, let's go.
You zip off right as Daggerin comes out, and he sees it, and he punches the wall. Mad. It's gonna be those curtain crates. So, that was
I
great. It was a
probably
great.
named what's her name? Was it who had the whip?
Oh, who had the whip? That was the girlfriend of the McKenna.
McKenna? Yeah, I think I probably like threw one on her name specifically because she messed up my bike.
She did. She was shockingly effective.
And then it's off to the spaceport.
Sweet. Um, like there's a part of me that it feels like that's almost Duracrete justice, but not quite. It's just an act
And
of
that's what I was kind
vandalism.
of shooting for, but I don't know if that.
Let's do it. Let's see if you get back any cards for that. Go ahead and roll badass plus heart. There is
That's
no difficulty. You just if you get four, fives, and sixes, then
3 4s.
sweet. Um, three fours, so you regain four. Let's see. Wait, I had revised this. So the amount of Kark's gains equal to any one of the dice you just rolled. Cool.
Okay,
So you get four.
4.
Excellent. Do a little active vandalism. That's great. Let's circle back to Techie. After your rousing speech of encouragement to the poor prospect, um, what do you want to do?
Um, I think Techie would never admit it, but they feel bad about sort of the fact that they're like, oh, this will be like an easy little grab and snatch and it'll be fine. Like, oh, we can just intercept here, and that it went so poorly.
I,
So
I was
I
thinking
think,
Sticks might confront Techie if you're okay with
oh,
that.
I'm totally okay with that. Yeah, I had one or two sticks can confront Techie, and I had another idea or two of something Techie might do to try to make up for it. One which is silly and one which is not. So I'm happy to play around with any of those ideas.
I think it would be great if Sticks like found you trying to make it better. What were you thinking?
So the silly idea is catfishing Viscount Rennertol to try to fuck up with the Calanthe group. Uh, the more serious idea is trying to figure out a way to hmm, let's see, who does he blame? Yeah, would be like looking for another way that they could essentially make up for all the credits they've lost in trying to repair from this mission. Or both. Who knows?
I'm okay with whatever you want to be doing. I'm just, yeah.
I like the catfishing one. I'm not gonna lie. I
Okay.
think it's stupid and petty and silly. So essentially he's trying
And
to catfish that one guy to get creds from him who's technically
and I love it because Styx would not agree
approve.
that that makes up for it, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, Styx like you hear a knock at your door, right, in your little cubicle zone.
If you're not Fade, I'm busy.
Open the door, Techie.
I mean, you hear like a buzzing noise that the door like manually has been like, been opened, not manually, but the lock has been undone.
Styx opens the door and just leaves it open, right? Like letting the light
Is
in
that
an
the room
annoying.
we think? Is that what we think's the tech room right there? Or were we envisioning
Yeah.
it was somewhere else in
Yeah,
there?
I think that makes sense.
Okay, cool.
So, appreciate the help on the package, by the way.
Literally my job.
Yeah, I know. I want to talk about another job, though.
Okay.
So we went out there to get that package, and I just noticed that this morning we don't have that package.
Yeah, we don't have that package.
Uh-huh. And I noticed this morning that Womp needs a new eye.
That sucks for Womp.
Yeah. Yeah, it does suck for Womp, I guess. You you feeling pretty blameless in this? And Styx is scanning your like I don't know, are the screens are like the screens between
Oh, for
you and
sure.
I? Okay, okay. So then Styx is like moved in, is like looking down at what you're doing.
And you see like several different windows open, and you see one that like it's like an amalgam. There's like a androgynous individual that kind of seems to have like some of your traits, but also some of McKenna Otten's traits and some of like Techie's own traits and things like that, like made into this like androgynous amalgam AI person.
And
Uh
Styx lights up a death stick, which I don't know. Have you asked her not to do that in here?
yeah, I think Techie
Okay.
gives like a glare and is like, you will mess up the fans.
Uh-huh. So all this dating website, that's what we're doing today?
That's the side project.
Side project.
Yeah, the first part was fixing the order earlier.
Wolf approved this?
Wolf and I have a general understanding that what needs to be done to deal with Calanthe Group in intercepting angles should be done. I
Yeah.
also fixed Crash's bike.
Yeah. Yeah, I got a general understanding that we come back in one piece, techie. So,
Yeah, that kind of not my thing. I mean, it's my job to fix the broken bikes, but I don't do the bodies that aren't bike bodies.
okay. Just so we're understanding. And then Styx just like puts out the death stick that's barely been smoked on the edge of Techie's desk and then
Oh,
closes the
come on.
door.
No, you don't get to blame me because the new guy crashed out.
The new Crash?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Crash
just
was doing
pinpoint
okay. Crash was doing all right.
I just let know where a job opportunity was. It's not my, I'm not a racer, I'm not a grabber, I'm not a person in the skirmish. You can't blame me for this, and you should not take it out on my Barnabin desk. Okay, this thing was expensive, and he like he watches. He like takes like his shirt sleeve and like is trying to rub out the scorch mark.
I tell you what, when you're done with all of this and Styx motions at all of the weird catfishing scams, uh, there's a couple more bikes that need repairing.
I can fix the bikes and do it at the same time. And like you watch as he grabs like a data pad, and it's like I can do both at the same time.
Okay. And so do you get up
Yeah, I think
to go
yeah,
do that?
he
Okay.
will get up.
Um, I want to actually help Techie a little bit here with this
Oh.
catfishing. And and actually like respond to a couple of the messages that come back.
Sweet. The Viscount's responses are currently pretty neutral. It's obvious he's distracted, but maybe this is one of those tabs that he pops onto every once in a while to see how the conversation is going. But at current has he has not done anything that could get him in trouble. Not that
Okay.
he cares about trouble, because he's a House of Ren and Noble. You guys don't
Right.
matter.
Um, and I think Styx realizes that Techie has been like playing this really safe, and she's like, the Viscount isn't playing this safe. Like the Viscount is into like, someone with a little edge, someone with a little, danger to it, and will respond. I don't know. Is this a role? I feel like this might be a
Sure. Do you
role.
want to try
Okay.
to?
And I know it's okay if I'm bad at it too.
I know it's always
Because then
okay.
I mess up techie stuff. Um, so I don't know. It still feels like I'm being cool, right?
Sure.
Yeah. And jaw, maybe?
Oh yeah, it's definitely talking and trying to
Okay.
entice someone. Totally, Jaw.
Yeah. For uh and then I'm gonna pull in disturbing the peace because um I- Styx is gonna have the digital person like describe doing something a little dangerous, something a little, risque maybe in the red light district. So what is that? That's one, four, five.
Yeah, I think
I'll
your
give you a
difficulty.
dice.
I'm gonna say this is hard.
Okay.
Like he's not
Six.
stupid.
All right.
And what are you looking to get dirt on? Are you hoping to set up a future thing? Are you hoping to get black material right here and now?
What was Techie trying to achieve?
Uh, Techie was looking for either good blackmail material essentially and or information that could be utilized to like get into the guy's accounts to take stuff. You
Okay.
know, your mother's maiden name and your third cat's nickname, like, like silly things like that. The street you grew up on.
Yeah, I think Stick is taking the approach of like getting like we could take this convo and send it to his girlfriend and cause some internal
Yes.
strife.
Okay, so Styx
That's
is
what
looking
he's
for
yeah.
personal drama, not necessarily
Yeah.
fishing for financial information. Then that is going to be hard.
Okay.
That's easier.
Okay, so six dice. That was a three. Three successes.
Hey, that is three successes, and the difficulty was three. So
Sweet.
you you amp up Sticks like Tech Key was doing the like ASL, boring, boring. And then you spice it up a little bit, and he seems intrigued and asks for a pick and uh, flirts a
There is
little
a
bit.
folder of pre-made fake pics. Just have not been used.
uh yeah, so it gets a little risque, and then it's that at that point that Sticks like um screenshots the whole conversation and then puts it as Techie's desktop wallpaper and then walks out from.
Sweet. I believe I saw some chat about setting up another scene there.
Yeah, that
Uh,
was me. I was supposed to reply to Stephen. Yeah, we talked about setting up a bonding scene.
okay. Where does this take place? Another one in the warehouse or somewhere else? You guys go out for a bite to eat or?
Definitely the warehouse, because my bike is kind of trashed and Wump is a pretty good mechanic.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought he could help me fix it up.
And my bike was riderless for a little while, so I think it could use some tune-ups. It needs to be fixed up.
Mhm.
So I think the two of us are working on our bike together,
Yeah, yeah.
and um, we kind of, um, you know, your bike was hit from underneath. Is that right?
Yeah, it took a hit when I tried to push Whip Girl off the road, and she tricked me by just
Yeah.
jumping off.
So I think that um, we have your bike flipped over. It's heavy,
Mhm.
so I think we have it like on a suspension, and it's flipped over, and we're working on it underneath. And you know, I'm grumbling. This is, I'm not sure this is what we should do, but this should have never happened. Um, and I think I go over to my bike and I take some pieces off and I put them into your bike to get the repair going.
Cool. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, you're not wrong. Is try to talk to Prez, but you see how he is. He's I don't know. He wanted me as VP to or at least back then he wanted me as VP to check his more harebrained schemes, but he doesn't seem to take my advice anymore.
But he wasn't out there. You were out there.
Nope, he was not. It's been a while.
So you were putting it on the line, just like even Crash was putting it on the line.
Yeah, I mean, he's the prospect. He's supposed to be putting it on the line, but yeah, we were all out there.
Wow. Wolf wasn't, and neither was uh Mittens.
Yeah,
So yeah, well, we'll see. Hopefully it won't bite them. I think if they had to step up, they wouldn't do nearly as good a job as you do, as we do.
we did what we could, but like you said, we shouldn't have been out there.
Yeah. What are we gonna do? I mean, yeah.
Well, Wolf is set on us doing another grab for the crate, and he's still the president. So we could try to bring it to the table, but I don't think we have the. I think we need to at least give this a shot first.
Yeah. Let's hit them hard.
I don't know if that's the smartest way to go about this.
Oh, I'm not the smartest one around here. You'd have to talk to somebody else who's smarter. Um, but yeah, I like hitting them.
Yeah, me too, but I don't think we should try to escalate at this point.
Wolf did say he didn't care if we got the weapons,
Yeah, he just wants us
which
to he just wants us something so we can pin it on them that they do have the weapons.
I'd like the weapons, but yeah,
Wouldn't hurt to have them
yeah,
in case this gets worse.
yeah,
But if they don't have them, then we have nothing to pin on them.
yeah, yeah. We should make sure that they at least still have some of them, not all
Yeah.
of them,
Hmm.
huh?
We'll do some planning later, but we're not doing anything without our swoops. So
Yeah, yeah. I'm not so good at the planning. I'll keep working on your bike if you want to go talk to the rest of them about, you know, what the smart play is here.
no, I won't. I want you there. You've got experience
Yeah, experience at beating things up, but sure. Okay, well, let's get this done.
beating things up is a big part of what we do. So yeah, think are we done there? Maybe.
I think that sounds good. Yeah,
Felt like
that
you
feels
guys
good.
were. I felt like a bonding scene to me. Five cards to
Hmm.
divide between the two of you.
If you want, you can have them all.
No, no, no. I mean, we're both at zero. So you
No, no,
take.
no. Sticks got me back some.
Oh shit! I'm looking at the wrong number. Yeah, yeah,
You're gonna
yeah.
XP. I
Yeah,
did that earlier today.
I'll take him.
Yeah.
Cool. Um, so we're about to have a little like cut scene. It has nothing to do with your PCs, I'm sure. The opening of the scene is one of those wide shots of this ornate and ancient keep or a castle. Uh, we recognize it as the House Calypsa's, the royal house of Calypsa, the Morai Roost. And um, there are a couple of guards standing near the entrance. One of them is a very large, muscular black man, and we hear the hum of Swoop bike, and then cut back to see that uh, Zito is riding up, and he slides off of the bike and walks right up, and one of the guards says, "State your business." He turns and he looks at the taller guard. "You're Atu, right?" "Yeah." "Atu Kellen?" "Yeah." "I might have some information about who killed your brother." So we'll cut away from that scene. Uh,
I'll be
and
right
I
back.
think that is where we will bring this session to a close. At the end of every ride, that's a game session. The entire table, GM and players, discuss the following questions. So this is an overarching question. Did you clash with someone who threatened your people, your club, and the locals who matter to you? For sure, we opened with it. So that's a yes. Did you add to the legend of your gang?
I mean, we did ride wild through the slums and up on the conduit and whatever. I think.
Uh-huh. That's your legend? Yeah. Okay. I like it. Sure, I'll give you a bit of a legend. That was legendary. Not the most successful, but legendary. I like it. Okay. Did you have a conflict with the rival or the law? I guess is that a double dip? Um, I guess so. For every yes on the group questions, all surviving Swoop bikers get 1 XP. So that's 3 XP for everybody. And we'll start with Wump. Did you live up to your rep or fulfill your role or rank in the gang?
I think I tried, but I don't think I did. I got knocked out right away.
Okay, that's fair.
So, yeah.
Did you support
Uh,
another member of the gang when they needed? Oh, sorry, someone, Greg, I think.
I would say that sticking up to Wolf there at the end was standing up for some of the patch holders
Um,
that we put in a good effort that we tried.
okay.
Okay, I'm into that. So
Okay.
that makes it a yes. Good job. It is encouraged during the player questions. Other players can chime in to encourage a player to answer yes if they're hesitant. Did you support Wump? Did you support another member of the gang when they needed you?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's 2 more XP. Sticks, did you live up to your rep or fulfill your role or rank in the gang?
The only one I've got is maybe when I was confronting Techie about like, hey, I expect that we all come back in one piece.
Do you feel like you got the point across?
I don't maybe by doing his job there for a second. I don't know. Kay could
All
let me
right.
know if that applies.
I guess yes, I think you did because I think Techie wouldn't have got into such a this isn't my job if you didn't hit a sore spot.
Right. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
I like that. Cool. Then did you support another member of the gang when they needed you?
I think so with Wump. Yeah.
Yeah. Crash. Did you live up to your rep or fulfill your role or rank in the gang?
I sure did. Yes, I did.
Did you support another member of the gang when they needed you?
I don't know that I did.
Yeah, it might be a tough one for a prospect to fulfill. We'll
Yeah,
have to keep an eye out for it. I think that's interesting. Okay, so 1 XP for you. Techie, did you live up to your rep or fulfill your role or rank in the gang?
I think I definitely lived up to my rep in terms of like doing the sort of technical, hacking, this, that, the other stuff.
Yeah, we'll definitely need to go roll more than your rank because treasure stuff is maybe not the most exciting thing. But I am interested in exploring it, so we will continue to
We'd
keep an
gotten
eye
the
out.
package. Treasure stuff could have come up, but alas, the dice were not with
That's
us on
fair.
that.
The dice did not want you to have the package. So weird. Did you support another member of the gang when they needed you?
As much as I think he does, yes. I think he kind of like he would, at least in front of Crash, he was like, don't take it too hard. Shit happens. It's not as if it's your fault. Meanwhile, like a bit later in front of Sticks just throws Crash completely under the bus.
Yeah, but Crash needed some carks, and you did help Crash
Yeah.
to refresh with harsh lessons. We'll say yes on that. And then Fade, did you live up to your rep or fulfill your role or rank in the gang?
I think I fulfilled my rank. By no, not and I'm not talking about the written stuff, but by like pushing back on Prez
Yeah,
and
I agree.
yeah,
Did you support another member of the gang when they needed you?
I think so. Pushing back on Mittens talking shit about our non-human members.
That's right. Cool. Excellent. Then that is another XP. So let's end off with our traditional talk of stars and wishes. We start with wishes so we can end with stars. Who has, I'm going to, we started in media res. I'm checking that off. Maybe on the run from a botch job. Maybe on the run from a botch job. Maybe it ends up a botch job. I'm going to give a check on that one close enough. Uh, Oh, that is not what I wanted to be there, so I'll do this. Um, and we got to see the president, so we did see that. And some tension there, so hopefully that was good. What about session two? Who has wishes?
um, Crash would like to get recognition for his daring deeds, even if it is getting in trouble. Especially if it is getting in trouble.
Yeah, I didn't want to like tack that on at the end, but I definitely am interested in folks hearing about the vandalism. Okay. Who else has a wish?
Maybe I don't want to undercut Techie's stuff, but maybe we could pull back a little bit on the internet stuff. Maybe that's just my vision of Star Wars stuff.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. I don't want to shut down a techie being a
Yeah,
techie, but we'll find maybe we find some other ways to view
I'm
that
I'm
lens. That's fair.
I'm fine with everything that happened. I don't think any of it is feels off. It's just maybe if we could find a way to flavor it that doesn't feel like human Earth internet.
Um,
That's the thing that kind of uh, pokes at me a little bit. But if we can't, then I'm absolutely fine with keeping it as it is. Um,
That's fair.
but it's a very minor thing, and it's just a flavor thing. I do like the catfishing scheme. Uh, I think that's a lot of fun. Sorry, Kat, Kay, I hope I'm not stepping on
No,
uh,
you're fine. I'm broaching onto a new territory, especially for me in a Star Wars games, let alone what I usually do in games. So like trying to figure out the balance for that again with my level of weird amalgamation knowledge against things. I can see how it can be a little anachronistic and need some tweaking.
And I appreciate you being open to it, Kate. It's also it's weird. Like there's a lot of Star Wars. There's a bunch
yeah,
of like Legends content that is all up in some like hacking and high tech, and so yeah, it's just a flavor thing. That let's just be mindful of it and see if we can find a
yeah,
way
and
to.
I'm fully aware of that. I have a specific view of what Star Trek tech should be, and that doesn't always mesh,
Go
even
wash
with
out your
the
mouth.
yeah, yeah. Even with the like the official content, I feel like it shouldn't be like that. This is a me thing, but I wanted to mention it because I don't want
I
to.
appreciate you saying
Yeah,
something, and I think we can find a better balance. I got to be honest, like the seventh season of Clone Wars, there were a couple bits on one of the planets where I'm like, wow, I'd never really thought of that as being Star Warsy. And then also there was some very cyberpunk influence in the motifs in the Obi-Wan when they went to one planet.
yeah,
So, it's interesting to see Star Wars play in that space a little bit, but I agree that we can elide some of the like high computer internet culture and shift it a little bit. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. And again, I don't think the events or actions themselves feel out of place. It's more that finding a way to flavor it or like describing the tech in a way that feels less like we've taken this thing from Earth and just put it in there.
Well, like the Star Wars low tech, high tech kind of thing.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah. I felt the same thing, and I've talked about this before with the Vespa gang in
Oh my
Book of
God.
Boba Fett.
Yeah. I notice I didn't mention them. Um, okay, cool. Thank you for saying something, Andesh. I think we can find a way to work together to find a better mix. Who else has wishes?
Um, oh, just real quick on that conversation. That is a fascinating subject to me. If anybody wants to talk about that for a long period, because there is very little canonical
Mhm.
Star Wars technology like it's very weird. Anyways, as far as this game, I am looking forward to because I know we're going to get there, seeing the Imperial side of this conflict and how that gets tied into this and how we as a gang deal with it. I'm looking forward to that as they're this interesting sort of third party on this world as opposed to being the main antagonist with the other
Yeah.
houses. So yeah.
Cool. Yeah. There's a part of me that, sorry, I'm going to talk season one on Andor for a second. There's a part of me that feels like their role is a little bit like what Karn, Cyril Karn, the
Mhm.
original corporate
Yeah.
security thing that
Yeah,
he did.
Corpsec. Yep.
Yeah, the Corpsec, like they're a little bit like Corpsec here. So there's a balance of keep the peace versus like, follow every law, and also how can I do this job and to make the most profit from it possibly. I'm excited in exploring that with you as well. So I'm happy to hear that you're into it. Kay or Steven, do either of you have wishes?
I can't think of much. The only thing I can think of is I'm staring at the map over here, and it's really more of a star. But I'm excited to explore more areas of the map. I think we hit the slums and the bar area and even our rival's warehouse. So yeah.
Kay, what about you?
Let's see. I'm excited to kill Mittens. Uh, yeah, dealing with Mittens and yeah, just getting more involved in like the sort of uh community gang dynamics that we talked about, like that whole like Sons of Anarchy kind of vibe sort
Mm-hmm.
of
Mm-hmm.
whole thing. Like I'd like to see the group together
Mhm.
and how do they mesh? Like what are their one-to-ones to each other and to each other as like a group?
Like we can party and have a celebration.
Needs to
Yeah.
celebrate first, but yeah.
Gotta get money.
Oh,
Uh, yes,
I
Steve?
noticed I noticed under the warehouse there was something about at the beginning of the first session, move the product. And I
Yeah,
know we
move the
started
product.
in the
Yep.
middle of stuff, but
Mm-hmm.
maybe that's something we might want to look into if we start whenever we start
I
next
was
session.
literally getting ready to say that I
Oh,
elided that because I felt like you guys had already been beaten down bad enough, but I'd like to begin the session with us doing move the product and engaging in that system because that is one of the things I want to see how well it works. I've done the cantina and I think that works pretty well. I'm hoping shipping warehouse is also fun. Sweet. Kate, you went last with wishes. You get to go first with stars.
Oh man, so many stars. Steven, the choice to have Wump get their eye from this opening scene. Oh my God, what a big star. That's such like a character defining moment. And I'm like, oh, I can't wait to see how that. Oh, it happened because of this thing right here, right now. Like, what a great seize the moment, seize the story kind of whole
That
shebang.
was cool.
Uh, I loved poor Crash going to Techie and being like, what, did I do bad? Well, no, but yeah, but no. Like that was just like a great interaction mark. Like the least good character to go to for a pickup talk and to have that whole shebang was sort of fun. And I liked the dynamic I feel like we've kind of established for like Crash and Techie.
Mhm.
I think it's going to end poorly for Crash, but I love it. Um, yeah, Greg, I love Sticks. I love the Sticks nickname, the Death Sticks, bringing out the thing in the middle of the computer, like, come on, my computers, my fans, no. But also this, it's really that Sergeant at Arms, like how you manipulated and pulled that all in. I think that was really great. I also loved like the real heart that Sticks showed about like Wump, and yeah, I think that was a very enjoyable moment. Rich, oh my God, the carrot or the stick argument. Well, this is his version of a carrot. Like, that was very fun, as well as then like the clearly probing questions that Techie like at first falls for and then kind of catches on a bit and is like, that was fun. I had to make a decision there. I was like, he's not dumb, but he's smart, but he's not necessarily like the most socially smart. So like how much of this would he Like, so that was a fun choice for helping to shape the character in the beginning session as the GM and like feeling them out,
Yay.
shape that. And then Andesh, yeah, no, Fade's great. I believe I think I said it earlier, but I like the idea that Techie like fully believes Fade's just good at everything. It just that has the most like unrealistic feelings about like Fade just being a bop. I liked how Fade also directed with the Prez and like recognized like, yeah, originally I was brought in to do this, but it seems like as time has gone on, they're not able to like take or handle that, which I feel like is such a very common thing you see in like a lot of like a businessy things. It's like, ah, yes, I will hire someone to be my second in command who's good at things that aren't me or has a different point of view, so that way all point of views are covered, but I'm actually going to completely ignore them because they are not a yes man slash woman slash person. Uh, and that's like, oof, such a cut and a really, yeah, a good thing, especially given the dynamic we talked about wanting to have with the press. So yeah, I appreciated all those. Uh, and yeah, I'll do those. I'll leave that there. Try and leave some
Okay.
stars for other humans.
Steven, did you have any stars?
Sure. Um, I had a really good time. I liked, some of the key highlights for me were I liked how Fade confronted Prez, the wolf. Um, I liked seeing that, you know, uh, conflict there. Um, I also liked seeing Sticks at the counter. Like, Sticks might not be the friendliest person, but like trying to handle the customer after all of that kind of stuff, handle the Ognot, that was pretty entertaining. And Crash being inexperienced, I thought that went really well, Mark. And you know, whenever it was like, well, you lost the package. Oh yeah, of course I did. Of course I did. Yeah. And I liked how Techie was, figuring things out and being like, what can I do to help? Oh, we're next to the scrapyard. Let's do something there. That worked really well. Especially, well, it's kind of off scene, but how much Kay hates mittens now. That's great. Oh, and Rich, uh, it was kind of one of the wishes that I put in, but I appreciate how much you used the map because that was a lot of fun seeing all those things fleshed out.
Good. I'm glad. Greg, you're up next if you have any stars.
Yeah, the map was a big one for me. I loved the scene with Wump and Fade with the Prez. That just really set the tone for me of how this whole thing works, which has not always been so clear in other Swoop King, which is interesting. I really loved Crash. Thank you, Mark, for going with Sticks, being like, "Hey, go get that package," which means also that possibly Sticks is the problem with the whole job going south, which I just now realized. Right, Techie set it up, and maybe Sticks is trying to peg it on Techie, but Sticks did tell Crash to do it. Um, Kay, I loved our interaction. I particularly loved this, probably the most thematic loss of carks I've ever seen for the treasurer to look at the steaming wrecks and the job gone wrong and go, oh no, the ROI. That part was very treasure. And then Rich, the Ugnaught is exactly what I was imagining when I wrote that character. So I really loved it. And I look forward to having a subplot around meat sticks.
So much meat sticks. Excellent. Thank you so much, Greg. Nash, do you have any stars?
Yeah. Um, I love how everyone's putting such high expectations on Fade and putting pressure on her. That's super fun. I really like that. Uh, and I think yeah, and the whole dynamic with Wolf is a lot of fun.
Good.
Womp being there to back me up and kind of giving his opinion just as we left. I really enjoyed that. Yeah, seconding the scene with Sticks and Techie, that was super fun. Just they're going at each other. That was super fun. Um, Crash tagging the warehouse. That was also really cool. Um, yeah, I think almost everything else has been mentioned. Um, Yeah, I'll give a star to myself for resisting making a really bad joke when Sticks pulled out a meat stick from underneath the counter. So, yeah, good on me.
Oh, that's great. The last is you, Mark. If you had any stars that were not already said.
Yeah, a lot of them were already said. I really enjoyed starting off in a bad place and making it worse, and star to the dice for giving us a really interesting start. um, yeah, I felt like we got to see who everyone is really, really clearly. Um, so it's gonna be fun to see how all those all bounce off each other. Um, yeah, it's a good time all around. Love the map. Love using the map and playing on the map.
Yeah, that is. I'm so happy with this map. I love it. Excellent. Thank you all so much. I've really enjoyed this session and look forward to more. Maybe you guys will get a win under your belt eventually. But for now, we'll see. We'll see. Cool. With that, we'll stop the recording.